And we're live here on the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Hope you're doing well today. It's been a crazy day for me. A little stressed out yesterday, but it was okay. I can tell you my adventures. First off, I want to thank all those people on LinkedIn. I posted up that I'm in transition officially. Get ready for the next job or next activity or next adventure. And a lot of good people out there sharing my LinkedIn post yesterday saying that I was open for work. And I want to say thank you to all. The comments are amazing and the encouragement is great. And thanks to all my connections out there. So I wanted to share that with you all too first. So if you know anybody who's looking for as a coach or something like that, let me know. I'm going to be in the market. My end is the end of the month of January. So officially got word of that yesterday. Had to tie people down a little bit to say, when are we ending this thing? So I could officially do my transition. So it's out there. So with that, today I want to talk about systemic bias. It's more the genders, sexism, racism, um, accent issues, like people take a grudge who has an accent. Could be your looks, could be anything, it could be anything associated with that as a bias. And this is day 3 or 4 of the episodes. And today we're going to talk about estimation and sprint planning, a little bit of that, how you can use, because the original question was how it impacts estimation and what you can do to help set as a Scrum Master to minimize that. And I can put the question up because I wrote it. I'm getting to figure out all this stuff. So from Feluso Ambrose, what can Scrum Masters do to tame systematic racism, gender, accent bias as sometimes impact planning? So we're going to talk about planning today. The first day we talked about Scrum Masters checking themselves, make sure they're not creating the biases they have for them internally. And then we talked about team norms and daily planning. Today I'm going to talk about bias, and then tomorrow we'll close it out with another segment. And tomorrow's segment, I got my phone because I wrote all this stuff down. Just what you can do as a coach, as a Scrum Master or coach with people, and how you work with them. So that'll be tomorrow. That'll be Friday's show. Anyway, so I want to welcome you to 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. Please click the link and share button. Click the link, click the like and share button, and let people know and grow the channel to help people who are having these issues. Because it is a tough thing to deal with, to be honest with you. It's not an easy thing. It's not something that just happens. That's why we're doing 4 segments on this. Anyway, so let's get into it because I gotta get moving here. So sprint planning is, one of the things you can do is establish a definition already prior to the meeting that helps minimize surprises. Anytime surprises come in, the fear, the angst, the chance for bias kicks in. So the better you have for a definition already and the better people are prepared, definitely do it. Use that as discussion point. So like, hey, our definition ready says we'll have this and that. If it doesn't, you talk about what it's missing, and it's very specific, very exact. Doesn't allow a lot of biases to come in to play. When there is something missing, reference the document and not the person. So try to get it to, hey, our agreement says we should have this and this. Are we going to be able to get that? What's the status on that? And that helps minimize that too, because maybe they just hired somebody on staff to be your product owner, and people are like, well, you're missing all this stuff, and they get all that. By having that definition already, it helps that product owner know what they have to bring to the table to a new team they're working with. Because when you come in raw, it opens up the world for, oh, they don't know what they're doing, and they're really not helpful, stuff like that. So this helps prepare the product owner for a good experience with the team. It's nothing. And then planning poker. So do planning poker right. Everyone on the team votes. It's not one person who is an expert votes and gives the points, the estimation for stuff. but everyone participates. The quicker you get to that, the better you have at fighting these systemic biases. Now, there are certain ways, and I have videos on that to go see. Definitely recommend, and I talked about this. I recommend if your systemic bias is coming from a senior rep on your team or senior teammate, if they're like the lead person, have them not vote. Have a side conversation. It's a tough conversation to have. I've had this. It's a tough thing to ask, but ask them not to vote. Just listen, because their voting can intimidate everyone else on the team, which messes up the estimation. Plus, they're estimating maybe they're really good at what they do. It'll take them an hour to do something. It might take somebody else 2 hours to do it. So try to get it, make a deal with them not to vote. I would do it in general, actually. Get out of the habit of assigning one person for one particular piece of work. So if one person's really good, get out of the habit of giving them the work all the time. I shared the other day an interesting post, and I'm sorry, I don't know what it was. It had a matrix on it, talked about people on the vertical column and different types of work on the horizontal. And it said which people kind of had experience in different types of work that the team need to be done. Run that exercise. Try to get that where everyone has an X in every square. I mean, that'll be really great if you do that exercise. And that was a great post. After planning sprint backlog and people get into solutioning, if key people have to approve and task out the work, get away from that. So after you do sprint planning, it could take 15, 30 minutes to get done, really. I've had a lot of teams that have been able to do it that way. Then they go out and task out the work. What needs to be done to solve the problem? Get out of the habit of a senior or a single person writes all the tasks down for everyone to do. Get out of the habit of everyone, that person has to approve all the tasks. Get more in the habit of group activities where everyone writes a task. They come as a group and meet as a team and discuss the solutions. The senior person can add some extra items or ideas related to how they come up with a solution. Get out of the dynamic that everything has to go through a certain person. Oh, I got a comment. There we go. Comment. Where do we go? Hello. Okay. Hey. So get out of the habit of that a certain person has to go through everything. Like sometimes I see Scrum Masters have to approve the release, and I kind of want to go, what the heck does a Scrum Master know about the code release? What a senior person, maybe they're on vacation. Have multiple people in the team. Set it up so that more than one person on the team can release the code, right? Don't make it that way where it has to be so it eliminates single points of failure. So if someone does have a systemic bias in their mindset, it helps eliminate that. And we talked about some stuff yesterday, but one-on-one coaching too. But this goes to the estimation process. So all these things you can do to help the estimation process so that it doesn't take so long, right? So that's something you can think about. You know what? So I'm getting some comments in there. Anyway, there we go. So one of the things, just think about all those comments. Think about what you need and everything like that. And I just want to say, it's just another step. Don't go off and say, hey, the systemic bias. What are you doing as a Scrum Master to help minimize the opportunity for biases to enter into what you're doing? That would be my last recommendation on that. And those are a couple things you can do with sprint planning and estimation to help minimize that. And with that, I want to say again, thanks to everyone who is sharing my LinkedIn job opportunity post, and I'm open for work. And you know what? I'm experimenting because I got a lot of people out there to ask me, Greg, how do you find a job? How do you find your first Scrum job? Well, if you watch what I'm doing, you can see. and we'll see how the connections in LinkedIn and other places like that help get you there. So with that, I want to wish everyone a great day. Happy scrumming. We'll see you tomorrow, and take it easy. I had a rough night last night. It was rough. Went through the whole Santa Claus thing at Macy's. Got to the end, and for some reason they couldn't find the picture. So spent an hour last night going through the line, and then they didn't have the picture, so we had to go back and do it again. Right? It was rough. Anyway, take care, everyone. I wish you the best. Stay healthy and sane. Bye. See ya.